got some fletching damage here, so scrape that off. Yeah, this is a tool from the Honing Archery. Great for doing this. Takes a little force. There we go. And of course it can be a pain in the butt doing this, but necessary step, of course. Okay, utilize a little help. Always be careful here. And you want to be careful, partly because, well, safety reasons, and then you also don't want to damage the carbon fibers. Just chip away at it, a little at a time. Of course, you don't want to use no force. There we go. Y'all going for a walk?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, have a good time. Be safe. Be warm, be nice. Have a good time. Yeah. Yeah, maybe come in at a 90-degree angle here. Little blue ball there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a boring process, but overall building an arrow is pretty satisfying. Customizing. Mm-hmm. All right. Now the sanding process. 400 grit sandpaper is ideal. Got this 500 grit. Don't want nothing coarser than a 400 grit though. damage the fibers of the arrow. Still feel some humps and bumps. Alright, have a good time. Yeah, it's moving out better. Okay, we're going to need to peel these off. Shove the thumbnail up through. Burger. Yeah. Yeah, caught a respiratory thing, and it was pretty bad. Not so much, yeah, Friday evening, Saturday. Oh my goodness. Had some coughing and some serious phlegm. Today, some sneezing, sniffling. I do have some respiratory support, immune boosting stuff with quercetin in it, and of course some colloidal silver. Anyway, didn't want to risk getting pneumonia. I've already had it 3 times. It sucks. Just kind of stay in the house. Do something like this. Good day for stuff like this. Now I need to go wipe this down with some alcohol. Yeah, so anyway, got the shaft down, scraped down. Yeah, nose wanting to run. Yep. Yeah. And we'll be done here in just a little bit. Everything looks pretty clean, and that's why you do that. Like, holy smokes. Didn't realize, you know, how dirty that is. I'll take this toilet paper and dry that off. Look for any residue, any of the vein material that might be left. Sometimes you miss a little bit. That looks good. Still got a little hump right there. And this is where you need to be careful with your knife, a 9 CR13. Okay, so hitting this at a 90-degree angle, I'm getting some stuff up off there. It's all about that adhesion. All right. A little bit right there. I have been doing this for a while. I've got interested in it when I first started, you know, really shooting so like, you know, back in 2000s, I guess, you know, 1999, 2000, kind of got back into the archery shooting. It's just yeah, not just a good hobby, but yeah, it's a nice way to get out and enjoy the nature. I actually haven't shot anything for some time, you know, for a couple of years now, but that's all right. I've had shots, but they weren't shots that I didn't like. And if I'm going to take a shot on an animal, I want to be a good clean shot. I don't want to have to go back and track it for a week because it offered a poor shot. I'm not about that. I could have shot a buck last year, but I would have had to shot him in the neck. Coming, straight at me. Yeah, I'm not about that. But the enjoyment, getting close. All right, one more time with the alcohol. And still, yeah. All right. Now, that looks good. Feels good. Yeah, so now we can go out here and do our thing. Get this thing fletched up. Well, I'll sit y'all right here. That way, it go falling on me. Nothing worse than. Alright, so now I'll get this turned around. Get our marks there lined up. That'll be for the hen vein. And like I said, these are the Hoyt AAE hybrids. Get this lined up. Yeah, I'm going to fit it. I'm going to check my right about there. That's where I'll put it. All right, get this thing glued up. Now I'm probably going to squish some stuff out on it from the sides here. They're just it's going to squish. And it's all right. It's all right. So we'll scrape that off. Now also remember, when you're going from a 2-inch factory vein to the 3-inch veins here, you'll have to change the angle of your helical. Because otherwise you're going to use 3-inch, you won't get the contact you need. Okay, we're going to give that a couple of seconds here. And yeah, I want to, we'll just shut that right Lay that on there. Yeah, I want to check for contact, make sure I got good contact. Push down on it just a hair. Okay. Just ever so slightly pull that off. Now we can actually pull this out. And yeah, I'll probably hit that with the magnifying glass just checking. Just because. Stick that back in. Give that a flip. Next arrow. We're going to check again, make sure everything's nice and even. Yeah, it looks good. So yeah, it's great stuff to do on a day you're not feeling too good. You know, you're recovering from an illness maybe. Get your jig out in your veins and work your arrows. But yeah, I didn't really think about, like, you know, the change in aerodynamics going from the 2-inch to the 3-inch. Now I know. There we go. And give that a nice look over. Press it down some. Also may want to have something like this on hand. That way, if you need to do any scraping along the shaft to the vein here, you can do that. And it makes for a nice, even type of thing. You know, just kind of cleans up better. Let's look that over. Yeah, I've got really good connection there. I like that. I like that a lot. Line up, looks good. Everything's nice and even. And we'll slap some glue to it. And they got arrow wrap stuff that, you know, you could heat up and put on your arrow, or put on your arrow, then heat, and then it shrinks to your shaft size. But I don't know. I guess I'm a bit old school here. Kind of like the looks of more of a custom look. You can make it a custom, you know. All right. I know a lot of guys, you know, a lot of some of these big name shooters will do a 4 vein. Yeah, I don't know. Really get better accuracy or what's up with that, but that's just another look, I guess, to me. I've been shooting 3 veins, and yeah, since 1999, and well, even the one before that, you know, I was shooting off and on, but yeah, that's what the air company gives you, so that's what I've gone with. Oh, yeah, that's clean. And that's what you want. It really is. Now for the arrow wrap. Mouse that way. Done. Now. And these, oh my goodness, these are come in a multitude of sizes, colors. Oh, you know what I should have done? I don't know if I can get that off there. Anyway, I wanted to go long ways here. Yeah, I'll have to buy some more of these. At one point in time, man, they had what they called electric orange. That was the one. That was really cool. All right, and there it is. Building an arrow. All right, y'all have a good day. God bless. Man.